What up, guys? Midwest Brown Boy Chronicles, episode 16. This is the sports section. How you guys doing today? Make sure you like and subscribe. Become one of my people, one of my followers. Like and subscribe. Get my name out there. Get my algorithm going, please. We are super close to the NFL season. As I count, 4 days away as I'm recording this on a Monday. College football week 1 is almost over. Right now, Bill Belichick is playing against TCU in his debut for UNC, and we got some U.S Open Tennis going on right now too. I told you guys I'll keep you updated on tennis when it is big and important. NFL talk, really just at this point I'm ready to be done with all of the hearsay conversations. I'm ready to be done with all of the speculation, all of the what's your bold take, what's your bold prediction, what do you think about what is so I'm just sick of it. I'm ready to just have all of the hearsay and all of the rumors and all of the I think these teams are going to crumble, these teams are going to be better, all that shit to be done. I'm just excited. No more narratives, no more selling everybody for the offseason on why we need to come back and watch ESPN and NFL Network over and over again. Just football. Being able to just watch football, not give a damn what analysts want to say, people who never won anything in their careers want to say about people who have been important, who have been successful. Just tired. I used to be somebody who loved ESPN, loved hearing about sports talk and all those things, and the older I get, the more I know it's just fodder. At this point, it's complete bullshit. It's more to keep you going, to keep the ratings up, to just make somebody upset to where they want to tune in and listen to the stupid takes they have sometimes. I'm a realist when it comes to sports. I have nothing to hide, nothing to be biased about. Certain teams I don't like, I'll let you know. Certain teams I'm in love with, I'll let you know. But I won't feel bad about being honest about everything that I see. Whether it's my team sucking, teams that I do care about being good or bad, teams that I don't give a shit about being good or bad. It's just better to keep a honest conversation going in sports than try to find a way to make people mad at me or bullshit their conversations and not want to talk to me. So I like giving factual evidence behind my sports talk and why I believe these things instead of just, no, this team's going to be bad, they're going to average because they got turmoil in the locker room. And I'll tell you guys right now, my Dolphins have a lot of turnover this year, a lot of turmoil that we tried to get rid of. We're changing our whole chemistry and the whole culture in our locker room, and it's hard because they're millionaires who all make money in Miami where it's sunny and beautiful. But at the same time, I'm more happy that they're actually trying to change something and putting in the effort. Well, shit, don't watch ESPN, don't watch NFL Network, because according to everybody else, the Dolphins we're destined for horrible, horrible worlds. We're never going to win anything. We're going to be a horrible team, crumbling, falling apart. Pressure builds diamonds, and even in football, you need to be held accountable. So this is one of the crazy things I keep hearing, and I'm just tired of hearing it, ready to stop hearing it about my Dolphins, about a lot of teams that my team has beat consistently for the last 2 years are going to be better. Teams that have constantly been bad are going to all of a sudden turn the other cheek and be great. It's just a lot of things that are just hearsay, and I'm ready to just know it's factual or it's been disproven. No in-betweens, no nothing else. Just stop the conversation, stop the fake talking. Let's just go ahead and get to football and enjoy it. That's all I want. And speaking of fake talk, college football week 1. Come on. Alabama, boom. Ooh, that was funny as hell. Notre Dame, boom. Didn't really hurt them in the eyes of the committee because they're an independent team and they only lost by 3 to an SEC team. So, ACC team in Miami. So, not that big of a deal. LSU won their opener for the first time in 4 years. They beat Clemson, who is also looked at as like a powerhouse in the playoff. And it's just a lot of things. Texas being overhyped because of Arch Manning. And I'll be right here and be one of those catalysts that says Arch Manning, for everything that he is still unproven. So all these fake-ass pundits, all of these fans who just love Texas so much, who just love the Manning brothers so much, sit the fuck down. It's not about what Arch is outside of football, what he is away from Eli and Peyton Manning. He's their brother Cooper's son, neither one of theirs. He's just their nephew. I think Arch Manning can be just fine in football. But again, tired of the hearsay, all the things you can say that you want to believe, Heisman talk and everything. Because it happens the same way in the NFL that it does in college football. And up until Saturday at noon, we were getting told that Arch Manning's going to be a Heisman favorite. He's going to run away with the award. He was so much better than Quinn Ewers, who my Dolphins drafted in the 7th round and looks pretty damn good in an NFL uniform. And wasn't bad at Texas, because I watched college football, and Quinn got to the college football playoff twice, got to the college football championship once, and did not look horrible. Yeah, he didn't make the smartest choices, but he didn't look rattled like Arch Manning did on Saturday. Arch Manning looked like he was deer in the headlights that whole game. And I just happened to glance and look at First Take and get up this morning, and you see everybody, Dan Orlovsky and Paul Feinbaum and Heather Dinich and Mike Greenberg, trying to give Texas reasons to feel good, optimistic about this. No. You guys were the #1 ranked recruiting class in the country. You guys made it so close to getting there last year. Why couldn't you guys finish? You guys were destined to beat Ohio State, who lost all their players, who blah, blah, blah. Last time I checked, Ohio State's been a perennial powerhouse, more so than Texas has been to more college football playoffs, more so than Texas has, and yet somehow everybody wanted to sit out here and believe that Texas was going to come in and just dominate. And just Arch Manning's going to make everything so much easier, their defensive class and blah, blah, blah. And I get it, guys. Recruiting classes and all those things matter. But I can give you these multiple stories. 2019 LSU Tigers, 2011 Auburn Tigers, a lot of teams. Jameis Winston's 2014 Florida State Seminoles. They didn't have the #1 recruiting class. They had a team that bought in, believed in each other, and just fought for one another all the time. And they were the most dominant team in those years. But that's not saying the #1 recruiting class shouldn't be dominant. I get it all day. But the Arch Manning conversation became stale the moment I heard everybody putting him as the unanimous player of the year in the preseason polls. Why does that even need recognition? Why does that even need to be posted online? Arch Manning was the preseason Heisman winner. What? Preseason, where nothing matters, where you haven't even gotten to the college season, but you're going to give him his flowers before he's ever earned a pedal. How does that make sense? We watch what happens when you guys anoint someone so hard and they have to actually go out and show that they're made of it. He looked like he wasn't ready. Blame it on the coach all you want, Sark, and all of his drama and all of his up and downs. He's a genius coach, and he's never leaving Texas unless he wants to because he's making money and he's very talented as a coach. College football playoff 2 years in a row, he's definitely staying for a while. But Arch was still a quarterback who had open reads, who had open looks. Sark didn't put him in a place to fail. Ohio State has a legitimate defense. They have legitimate 5-star linebackers and cornerbacks and D-ends. This is not some scrub program. This is not them playing TCU or playing Baylor. This is them playing Ohio State, who just, as I recall, won the national championship after all the shit talked about them, all the things they couldn't do. They just shut everybody up, and yet somehow still had no one talking about them winning this game except for Lee Corso. He loved him so much, and it was so sad. If you're a real fan, it was so sad to just hear him and just watch what he was going through on Saturday. Just know that it really is time for him to get off the air and just be a man at home until his days are over. But it's just so sad to see how different he is, even to 3 or 4 years ago. The not so fast, my friend, would have been so much more, and it just felt like he was just trying to stay and reading the paper, and made me sad. But anyway, Lee Corso knew, because he wasn't stupid about this conversation. Everybody else in America thought Texas was going to win. I just laughed. I was like, Texas can be a great team. They always have talent because it's Texas, and everything's bigger in Texas. But in that moment right there, you see that step back, don't give Arch so much credit, and just breathe. Thank you very much. Alabama, on the other side, Kalen DeBoer is a good-ass coach in some people's eyes. From Washington, he looked really great. But like I tell people, I'm a USC Trojans fan in college football. I know better. The Pac-12 was not a hard division, was not a hard conference. So being great in that conference and then going to the SEC and being great are two completely different things. He needed like a rung below Alabama. He needed to go like Washington and then like Auburn or something. He did not need to go Washington, getting into the college football final and losing, and then go to Alabama and basically take over for Nick Saban. And it did not work out last year. They only won 9 games and lost games they should have won. Jalen Milroe was okay. He wasn't great, but he was still a good enough quarterback to win those games they lost. And then to start the season out losing, Alabama fans, hang in there and take a deep breath, because I know this shit is not happy and this is not okay for you guys. You guys are definitely fuming. But it's the SEC, the most powerful conference in college football. Big Ten is creeping, but still number 2. So if they run the table and win the next 11 games, they're guaranteed a college football playoff spot. Hell, if they lose 2 more games and then they run the table, they're guaranteed a college football playoff spot. Honestly, it's how the SEC is favored, so it's not surprising. But all of this to say, guys, like, this is football. This is unpredictable. This is one of those sports that isn't 80 games, isn't 160 games. It's 14, 15 games that actually matter in college football, and it's 18, 20 games that matter in NFL. all of the speculation, all of the rumors, all of the bold takes and predictions mean shit when you get to week 1. Everybody who wanted to be so high and mighty about Texas dominating and going undefeated, how you feeling now? Everybody who wanted to say Alabama's going to be so great and they're going to do everything, how you feeling now? Even the Clemson fans out there who knew that Dabo finally dipped into the portal, but he's still a very hard coach to work under and play for. But even with that, he still lost to LSU in week 1. So all of the ideas, all of the rumor, all of the things you want to say about football, goddamn, temper expectations, step back a little bit. It's week to week and it's fluid because players are actually playing the game. All your predictions and everything mean nothing if the superstar quarterback comes out and has a shitty game. If the superstar wide receiver comes out and can't catch anything. If the superstar defense can't tackle anybody. It's any given day for football. And that's why you got to temper your expectations. I'm just so ready to stop seeing all these rumors and just start seeing real football played, because that's when everybody can just stop saying what they want to. Of course, they're still going to talk their shit, but I just mean have a better point when they talk their shit, not just say whatever they want and walk away from it and be okay. Now you gotta actually have something to back up. Now you're gonna actually have factual evidence next to the so-called facts you guys have, the so-called things you guys see and you're just so afraid of. Now we get to actually talk about it where it's actually palpable in front of us. So, football season, 4 days from now, I'm excited to start talking about real football. No more exhibition, no more anything else, but these are impactful games. These matter again. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about it next Monday. And then I'll end on the U.S. Open. Right now we're in round of 16 going into quarterfinals. Had a few Americans make it. Taylor Townsend, I know she's the biggest headline because of all of her drama with Jelena Ostapenko after their match and what she said at the net and everything. And I want everybody just to step back and breathe. Tennis is a very different sport. It's not like she was attacking her character or her color. It was more attacking the etiquette in tennis. It is one of those very finesseful games. It's a very intricate kind of game. You don't just play tennis and act any old way. It really is a club. It really is like being a member in a club that isn't for everyone. And she took it as being called uneducated and that she has no class, and it definitely sounded like that. But Jelena did come out and explain that on the other side, what she meant to say was that the etiquette she was showing for tennis showed she didn't have any class or education. It wasn't about her color or her skin. I get why Taylor had to go there and make the conversation about the color, and it's bigger than me. But at the same time, it was more her looking at tennis and not being able to speak clear English and just being upset in a moment. And I have heard rumors that Jelena Ostapenko is not the most favored person in the women's side of tennis, is not the most likable person to play a match against and shake hands with at the end of a match. But that being said, it was still great to see Taylor Townsend get a really good run. She almost made it to the quarterfinals yesterday. It was actually up a set and almost had a match point until Barbora Krejcikova, oh my god, I'm getting this wrong, Barbora Krejcikova decided to be a champion again and then took the second set and took the third set. So Taylor Townsend looks really good, but she's out. Our Americans, Coco Gauff just got eliminated earlier today by Naomi Osaka, so we only have one American woman left. Amanda Anisimova plays tonight against Bella Hadid Maya. I'm excited for her. Taylor Fritz is our only American man left. Taylor Fritz deserves to get to another final and break through. I really hope for him that he can, but he's still got Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic, and Jannik Sinner in his way, and those are some bad men. I expect it to be Jannik and Carlos Alcaraz in the final again, Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, but the wild cards I could see breaking through could be Felix Auger-Aliassime from Canada, or Taylor Fritz, or Jiří Lehečka from the Czech Republic. They have enough of a tennis repertoire to be able to mix it up and keep them off their rocker, because if I'm looking at you guys and you want to know about tennis and the rungs in men's tennis, it goes Jannik Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic, everyone else. They're that talented. They have usurped the arguably greatest tennis player of all time in Novak Djokovic, and they are above him, and he's right under them, but everybody below them is still working to get onto that level. So I expected to be Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz in the final, and on the women's side, I expected to be Aryna Sabalenka and Iga Świątek from Poland because they are the two greatest women's players right now. Coco Gauff is number 3 in the world, and with her getting eliminated, we still have I was wrong. Another American woman, Jessica Pegula, is the number 4 in the world. She's also still going right now too, but her matchup tomorrow is against Krejcikova. I told you guys about earlier, who eliminated Taylor Townsend, one of our other American women, and I do think that Krejcikova has a very good game and a very patient game, so she may frustrate Jessica Pegula and she may lose that match tomorrow. But we're reaching the end of the U.S. Open. It's the last major Open for tennis, so once that's over, we kind of get a little small tournaments here and there, Shanghai, Laver Cup, and then we go and wait until the Australian Open around my birthday next year in January. So tennis is really fun to watch. I have an 8-month-old son, and it's really fun. He definitely pays attention when I'm watching. It definitely is a very peaceful morning for us sometimes when he's just watching tennis with dad, so I really do enjoy that. My wife told me he was taking a nap on the couch this morning and woke up and he was laying on his side and he had the controller by his hand, the remote by his hand, and he was watching tennis, just hanging out. And those moments make me smile because tennis is a very peaceful sport to watch, a very enjoyable sport to watch if you really want to follow along, and it's not hard to learn about tennis. So one of my favorite pastimes besides football and basketball is 100% tennis. So alright guys, this has been Midwest Brown Boy Chronicles, episode 16. I'm your Midwest Brown Boy. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please join me. Make my algorithm pop for you guys. I want to come back, talk to you guys more about sports and everything else, music, movies, entertainment, all of it. Alright guys, have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Have a good week and peace out.